All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour, where the death toll in the United States due to COVID-19 is now nearing the 55,000 mark. Now, the United States currently accounts for over 1/4 of the total global death toll, but Americans are still flocking to the beaches as the states are starting to ease their lockdown restrictions. The large crowds were seen at beaches at the Orange County that are still open during the pandemic. So a day at the beach enjoying the surf and the sands is what the Americans chose to do despite the stay-at-home orders across the state. Governor Gavin Newsom even said that he expected the state's beaches to see a significant increase in volume. But he also pleaded with the people to practice social distancing even if they were to venture out to the beach. The people also headed to the beaches at Georgia as the state is now gradually beginning to lift its lockdown measures. Georgia has become one of the first states to reopen its economy. The gyms, hair salons and also tattoo shops have been given the green signal to reopen in the state. Now, Georgia's decision to ease restrictions comes despite Trump's disapproval. Now, Trump has constantly criticized Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp's decision to open up the economy way too soon. But Georgia is not alone. Oklahoma and South Carolina are also looking to ease restrictions. Meanwhile, New York, which is the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic in the United States, has renewed its focus on testing. New York will be conducting what are described as antibody tests for workers at 4 hospitals, which have been the hardest hit in the pandemic. Now, according to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, even local pharmacies will begin collecting samples for diagnostic tests. Now, the scaling up of testing comes as the crisis appears to be subsiding in New York. Now, the number of hospitalizations in the state is at a 3-week low, and the move is part of a broader attempt by Andrew Cuomo to get a better grip of how widely the virus is spread across the state. And also for the first time since Easter weekend, U.S. President Donald Trump did not hold a press briefing on Saturday. Reports say that the White House is planning on scaling back the daily briefings. And this move comes after widespread backlash against Trump's comments on injecting disinfectants as a possible cure. Even on Friday, Trump held a briefing for just about 30 minutes and, for the first time in such a briefing, took no questions from reporters. But even without the daily press briefings, the president remains very active on Twitter. In his latest tweet, Trump has said, and I quote him here, "What is the purpose of having White House news conferences when the lamestream media asks nothing but hostile questions?" unquote.